Welcome back to my journey to free, the space where healing meets truth, faith meets transformation, and every step forward is a step toward freedom. I'm Miss Shavely, and if you're ready to break unhealthy cycles, heal emotional wounds, strengthen your relationship with God, and become the person you were created to be, you're in the right place. So grab your journal, open your heart, and let's continue this journey to freedom together. Now, let's get into today's message. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything you're supposed to do, yet somehow you keep ending up in the same cycles, the same relationships, the same disappointments, the same emotional triggers, or maybe the same fear, the same version of yourself that you've been trying so hard to outgrow? Here's what I've learned on my own healing journey. Sometimes what is keeping us stuck isn't our past. It's the behaviors we developed to survive our past. Many of these behaviors protected us at one point in our lives. They helped us cope with pain, rejection, abandonment, betrayal, trauma, and disappointment. But survival behaviors eventually become prisons when we continue carrying them into seasons where God is trying to heal us. Healing isn't just about feeling better, it's about becoming someone different. Today, we're talking about 7 behaviors that could be quietly keeping you stuck, and more importantly, how to begin healing from them. So get your pen and paper ready, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Behavior number 1, people pleasing. People pleasing isn't kindness, it's fear disguised as kindness. It's saying yes when your spirit is screaming no. It's abandoning yourself to avoid disappointing someone else. Many people pleasers grew up believing that love had to be earned. You became who everyone else needed because you didn't feel safe becoming who you actually were. Healing begins when you understand this. You are not responsible for everyone else's comfort. God never asked you to carry everyone else's expectations. Every time you choose honesty over approval, you take another step toward freedom. Ask yourself, who am I when I'm not trying to make everyone happy? Behavior number 2, holding on to the past. Some people don't realize they're carrying years of pain everywhere they go. Old conversations, old betrayals, old versions of themselves, old guilt, old shame. The problem isn't remembering what happened. The problem is allowing yesterday to continue deciding today. Healing doesn't erase your story, it changes your relationship with your story. Forgiveness isn't saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is refusing to let your wounds continue controlling your future. God cannot feel hands that refuse to release what no longer belongs there. Sometimes healing begins with letting go. Behavior number 3, negative self talk. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Would you ever speak to someone you love the way you speak to yourself? I'm not enough. I always mess everything up. No one will ever love me. I'm too broken. Those aren't facts, they're beliefs. Many of us inherited those beliefs from painful experiences. Healing means replacing lies with truth. Instead of, I'm not enough, try, I am growing. I am worthy. I am becoming. God's voice convicts. Shame condemns. Learn the difference. Behavior number 4, avoiding difficult emotions. Many people confuse healing with feeling good. Healing often feels uncomfortable. We distract ourselves with work, scrolling, shopping, food, busyness, relationships, anything to avoid sitting with what hurts. But emotions don't disappear when ignored, they simply wait. Healing begins when you become curious instead of afraid. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Every emotion carries information. You don't have to fear your emotions. You only need to learn how to process them. Behavior number 5, fear of change. Your comfort zone may feel safe, but sometimes it's also where your growth is dying. Fear whispers, what if it doesn't work? Faith asks, what if it does? Growth always requires leaving something familiar behind. Sometimes that's a relationship. Sometimes it's an identity. Sometimes it's a belief. Sometimes it's simply the version of yourself you've outgrown. God often calls us into places we've never been, not to punish us, but to transform us. Behavior number 6, refusing to set boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors. Healthy people understand that doors can open and they can close. Without boundaries, resentment grows, exhaustion grows, bitterness grows. Healing requires learning that protecting your peace is not selfish. Jesus often withdrew to pray. Even he understood that constantly pouring without refilling eventually leaves you empty. Boundaries don't push people away. They teach people how to love you well. Behavior number 7, waiting for someone else to save you. This may be the hardest one. Many of us spend years waiting for closure, waiting for apologies, waiting for someone to finally love us correctly, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until we're fearless, waiting until life feels easier. But healing begins the moment you stop waiting for someone else to rescue you. God may send people to support you, but no one can do your healing for you. Healing is a decision you make every single day. One choice, one prayer, one boundary, one journal entry, one honest conversation, one act of courage at a time. Notice something. Every behavior we discuss today has one thing in common. They all began as protection. People pleasing protected you from rejection. Avoidance protected you from pain. Negative self talk protected you from disappointment. Holding on protected you from being hurt again. Waiting protected you from risking failure. Your nervous system wasn't trying to ruin your life, it was trying to help you survive. But survival and healing are not the same thing. Healing asks us to gently release what once protected us so we can embrace what now allows us to live. That's why healing isn't about becoming someone completely new. It's about returning to the person God created you to be before fear convinced you that you had to become someone else. Healing is not perfection. It's choosing freedom one day at a time. I want you to pause for a moment. Which of these 7 behaviors do you see in yourself? Not with judgment, with compassion. Comment below. Which behavior are you ready to release? Your honesty could encourage someone else who is silently fighting the same battle. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. Healing isn't about pretending you've never been broken. It's about refusing to stay broken. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistakes. You are not your survival patterns. You are someone worthy of healing, growth, peace, and purpose. If you're ready to go even deeper, my ebook, Journey to Free, walks you through healing the beliefs, emotional wounds, and patterns that keep you feeling stuck. Instead, you'll find guided reflections, practical healing exercises, and faith-centered encouragement to help you move from surviving to living with freedom and intention. Your healing journey doesn't have to end with this video. Take the next step, because freedom isn't found by waiting. It's found by choosing healing. one day, one decision, and one surrendered heart at a time. Until next time, keep choosing growth, keep choosing grace, and keep choosing freedom. I'll see you in the next video.